Privilege. Privilege.
Have the privilege. Enjoy the privilege. Senior members enjoy certain privileges. Grant somebody privilege. Give somebody privilege. The system grants users different privileges. Be privileged to do something. We are privileged to work with this client. Special privilege. Access privilege. Privileged information.
Privileged account.
Privileged position. Only managers have the privilege to access these files. It's a privilege to be part of this important project. The company privileges customer satisfaction above all else.
Do I have the privilege to edit these documents?
Let me check your access privileges in the system.
I need these privileges to complete the report.
Drain. Drain. Be drained. Feel drained.
The team felt drained after the project. Drain somebody of something. The meeting drained me of energy. Drain away. Our savings are draining away. Serious drain. Brain drain. Emotionally drained. Physically drained. Blocked drain. The overtime work has drained the staff of energy. The negotiations have left everyone feeling emotionally drained. We need to stop resources from draining away.
This expansion plan seems to be a heavy drain on our finances.
True, it's draining our cash reserves much faster than expected.
Let's review where the resources are draining away to.
Disclose. Disclose. Disclose something to somebody. The company disclosed the information to shareholders. Be required to disclose. Members are required to disclose their interests. Be reluctant to disclose. He was reluctant to disclose the project details. Fully disclose. Publicly disclose. Disclose the truth. Disclose findings. Companies are required to disclose all material facts to investors. She was accused of disclosing confidential data to competitors. Our analysts will disclose their findings about market research next quarter.
We need to disclose our financial status to potential investors.
But I'm reluctant to disclose all the details at this stage.
Let's partially disclose what's necessary for now.
Bankruptcy. Bankruptcy. File for bankruptcy. The company filed for bankruptcy last month. Declare bankruptcy. They were forced to declare bankruptcy. Go into bankruptcy. The firm went into bankruptcy after the scandal. Personal bankruptcy. Corporate bankruptcy. Bankruptcy petition. Bankruptcy proceedings. The retail chain filed for bankruptcy due to declining sales. They hired a lawyer to handle their bankruptcy protection case. The hotel chain entered bankruptcy proceedings after 2 years of heavy losses.
Have you heard that our supplier is considering filing for bankruptcy?
That's concerning. We need to review our contracts and protect our interests.
Let's consult our legal team about the potential bankruptcy proceedings.
Validate. Validate. Validate something. The bank needs to validate your identity. Be validated by somebody. The report must be validated by experts. Validate data. Validate transactions. Validate identity. Validate results. The system automatically validates all online transactions. Please wait while we validate your payment information. The quality control team needs to validate the test results.
Could you please help validate these expense reports?
I'll need the original receipts to properly validate them.
I'll scan and send all the supporting documents for validation.
Settlement. Settlement.
Reach a settlement. The parties reached a settlement in the lawsuit. Agree to a settlement. Both sides agreed to a settlement. Make a settlement. Offer a settlement. The company offered a settlement of $1 million.
Cash settlement. Full settlement.
Settlement terms. Settlement agreement. The company made a full settlement of its outstanding debts. The union has negotiated a temporary settlement with management. The bank handles cash settlements at the end of each day.
Can we negotiate an early settlement of this dispute?
Yes, I think a speedy settlement would benefit both parties.
Let's review the terms of the settlement carefully then.
Photocopier. Photocopier. Use a photocopier. I need to use the photocopier for these documents. Operate a photocopier. Please learn how to operate the photocopier properly. Fix a photocopier. Repair a photocopier. The technician is here to fix the photocopier. Office photocopier. Photocopier maintenance. Photocopier repair. Photocopier settings. The photocopier is out of paper again. We need to schedule regular photocopier maintenance. Please don't forget to turn off the photocopier after use.
The photocopier seems to be jammed.
Let me take a look. I've dealt with paper jams before.
Thanks. We really need the photocopier working for today's meeting.
Enforce. Enforce.
Enforce something.
The company enforces strict security measures.
Take steps to enforce.
Management took steps to enforce the new policy. Be difficult to enforce. These regulations are difficult to enforce. Strictly enforce. Properly enforce. Legally enforce. Help enforce. The company strictly enforces its security protocols. Some policies are difficult to enforce in remote work settings. Local inspectors help enforce workplace safety regulations.
We need to vigorously enforce these new compliance measures.
But they might be difficult to enforce across all departments.
Then we should take steps to enforce them with proper training first.
Formulate. Formulate.
Formulate something.
The team formulated a new business strategy.
Try to formulate.
We're trying to formulate an effective solution.
Carefully formulate. Properly formulate. Clearly formulate. Fully formulate.
The committee carefully formulated their proposal. We need to properly formulate our response to this crisis. The experts helped us clearly formulate our business objectives.
Have you started to formulate the budget for next year?
Just started to formulate the main points. Need more time for details.
Good, we need to fully formulate it before the board meeting.
Mediate. Mediate.
Mediate disputes.
Mediate conflicts.
She helps mediate workplace disputes. Mediate between. He mediated between the two companies. Agree to mediate. Both parties agreed to mediate their differences. Mediate negotiations. Mediate settlement. Mediate agreement. Mediate solution. The lawyer helped mediate a settlement between the parties. They hired an expert to mediate the contract dispute. The consultant will mediate discussions between departments.
We might need someone to mediate our negotiation with a supplier.
I know a professional who often mediates business disputes.
Great, let's have them mediate our next meeting.
Refine. Refine.
Refine something. We need to refine our marketing strategy. Refine into. Raw data is refined into useful information.
Further refine.
Constantly refine. Increasingly refine. Our team constantly refines the production process. We need to further refine our customer service approach. The data must be refined into actionable insights.
How can we refine this product design based on user feedback?
Many users mentioned that we should refine the interface layout first.
Those layout concerns should be our priority for refinement then.
Sort. Sort.
Sort something. We need to sort these files. Sort something into. Let's sort the data into categories. Sort something by. Sort the documents by date. All sorts of. We face all sorts of challenges.
Sort out.
Sort through. Sort files. Different sorts. Please help me sort these documents by department. HR needs to sort the candidates into different experience levels. We need to handle all sorts of customer requests.
Could you help sort these sales records by region?
Sure, I can sort them into quarterly reports first.
That should help us identify the market trends.
Circumvent. Circumvent.
Circumvent something.
Some companies try to circumvent regulations. Attempt to circumvent. The team attempted to circumvent the problem. Ways to circumvent. They found ways to circumvent the rules. Circumvent rules. Circumvent regulations. Circumvent restrictions. Circumvent problems. The company tried to circumvent tax regulations. You cannot circumvent security protocols. Some businesses attempt to circumvent import restrictions.
Is there any way to circumvent this approval process?
No. Trying to circumvent compliance rules is risky.
I understand. We shouldn't risk our compliance record.
Discern. Discern. Discern something.
We can discern market trends. Be discerned. The pattern can be discerned in the data. Hard to discern. The differences are hard to discern. Discern changes. Discern opportunities. Discern differences. Discern trends. Analysts try to discern future market trends. It's not easy to discern the best strategy. Management needs to discern potential risks early.
How quickly can we discern market shifts?
With our new analytics tools, we can discern changes much faster.
We need that advantage in this volatile market.
Exceed. Exceed.
Exceed something.
Sales exceeded our expectations. Be expected to exceed. Profits are expected to exceed last year's. Be unlikely to exceed. Costs are unlikely to exceed the estimate. Substantially exceed. Slightly exceed. Far exceed. Our performance has significantly exceeded expectations. The revenue is expected to exceed 10 million. The response has far exceeded what we anticipated. The new product has comfortably exceeded our sales targets.
Yes, it has substantially exceeded market expectations, too.
We should adjust our forecasts accordingly.